Lovely. So what's your name? Where do you live? And how long did you have your clutter challenge before you started your clutter clearing journey?
My name's Theresa, and I live in Bedfordshire in England. And I had my clutter challenge, well, at least for 35 years, but probably a lot longer than that, because I had bought some stuff from my home when I got married. So
quite a while.
Yes.
So you're on your 7-step journey as a group journey member, and you've been on your journey since last year, but you didn't immediately start with your 7-step journey. What did you do first?
Well, I did some different plans beforehand. Over the last 10 years beforehand, I had a home visit from yourself and helped me a lot, that did. Then I've done lots of different things like the forum and all different, so certain other courses. But I didn't find that I was able to get on very well with that, because the final bit of putting things to where they are and things didn't really work out. So I kept just starting and stopping different courses. And of course I went on a social gathering, and then I decided that it was time to start my journey.
So what was it that made you decide to take the plunge and commit the time and the energy and the effort to your clutter clearing journey?
Well, I looked in detail as to what the journey was about. And I realised that it would help me to, with other people, to work in a different way. And I needed something that would be able to find out why I was why I was like it and how I could go forward. I needed to do something different.
Now, you've successfully completed steps 1, 2, and 3 of the 7-step journey. Woo-hoo! And having cleared a lot of email, computer, paperwork, and to-do list clutter in steps 2 and 3, you're now clearing big and bulky backlog clutter in your first room and area. How is that going?
Oh, it's wonderful. It really is wonderful. Feeling that you can separate things out into 7 different categories. And then you can, if you're not sure about something, you can put it in a not sure category. And it means that in the future, you say, well, it's not as though it's gone to the charity, at least it's in a not sure category. And you can look at it and decide whether you do it, whether you want it or not, and where it goes. And I've actually started to establish places for things. And there's only 2 or 3 things yet. But actually being able to say, well, look, I can go to that place, and that's where I put it, and that's where I get it from when I want it. It's really changed. It's lovely. I feel really happy when I've done my clutter clearing. It's only a little bit at a time, but it feels really good.
Eating that elephant bit by bit.
Yeah.
But the 7-step journey is a part-time course, and lots of people struggle to accept that clearing their clutter is going to take time. They're going to need to be patient with themselves, because obviously once we decide we want to clear it, we kind of want it done as quickly as possible. We're looking for that magic wand. So what advice would you have for those who say that they want to clear their clutter quickly and quicker than the 7-step journey is going to take?
Yes, I felt the same. I felt that I wanted to get everything done quickly and things. But when you stop and think, the fact that the clutter as, oh dear, someone at the door. Oh gosh. I felt the same about wanting to clear my clutter faster. I got impatient at the start. But then I realised now that doing it a bit at a time, you're doing it thoroughly. You're not rushing, you're not going through. And it means that I've changed as a person. I've changed in lots of ways in the fact that I'm actually seeing things now that I didn't see before in my home. And you have to take the time because you have to go deep into this course. Rushing doesn't get it done because you don't go into the depth of why you've got the clutter and what the real meaning of it. So to rush it, you'll only be able to go back to what you were before.
So how has the journey made clearing your clutter easier than how you tried to clear it in the past?
I think it's the structure. It's the structure that's good. Before, it was a case of I was just clearing an area and then suddenly someone might want to come or something like this, and we would go absolutely crazy, throwing things from this room and grabbing everything and putting them into another room. But if you put them into another room, it doesn't, there's no ownership because it's not in that room, it's been moved to that room, where does it belong? We don't know. So that's what the difference is, the fact that we're doing things structure, and I like structure. I like to be able to know this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing. And as I said, it's helped me in lots of ways.
So what's the best thing about being on your journey? So what have you found most helpful in terms of the journey?
I think these social gatherings have really helped. Knowing that you're not alone, knowing that there's other people out there that have the same problem as you. When you start the journey, you think, why have I got this? What's the problem with me? Why can't I do it? And then you hear other people say, wow, there are other people out there that are the same as me. So I think the social gatherings are good. And these tutorials on a Friday. And I think, just as I said, just keep on going and knowing that there's people there that's there to ask for help. And it's because you're not on your own.
So what surprised you most about being on your journey?
I think learning about myself. Learning that in the past, I actually lived in like a type of dream world, if you like. I was like living below the surface. And now I am able to put lots of things in. Instead of living in the unconscious world, I'm living in the conscious world. I'm seeing things, I'm doing things. I feel a completely different person because I am putting things away when I get them out in the kitchen. I'm loading the dishwasher. I've built up lots and lots of habits and routines because I feel different in myself. I feel to myself that I'm actually seeing the world instead of living on this underground part.
So what are you most proud of achieving so far on your journey?
I think it's the fact that my emails have come down from 42,000 to 7,000.
Wow.
Yes. And
wow.
The fact that I have got now on the landing, which is my first area, I've got a clear floor and it has been kept clear for 2 weeks. And I've got two shelves of my bookcase that are clear. Yeah.
Fantastic. And then finally, Theresa, what's the main reason that you would recommend the 7-step journey? What advice would you give to anybody who's looking for help with their clutter?
I think that it really helps to be on the journey. Yes, the first part of step 1 might take you 5 to 6 months. but go with it, because you will learn so much theory, so much interesting things, that you will actually come to look at your clutter differently. You won't look at it as an enemy anymore. You'll look at it as something that, yes, it's there, but it won't stay there forever. So just keep on. When you start the journey, you will be with other people who are doing the same journey, and there'll be lots of comments on the boxes and each page to help you, because other people have been there. But keep on going, because it's well worth it in the end.
Lovely. Thank you for sharing, Theresa, and keep up the good work.
Thank you.